Hello and welcome. My name is Drew Honeycutt. I'm the CEO of Innovation Depot, and today we're extremely excited to present 8 companies that have done amazing things. They came in here with a late-stage prototype or an MVP, and now they're ready for market. So sit back, grab a drink, and let's check out all the companies. Our first 2 companies tonight are Repower and ProU Sports. Repower has created a marketplace for trucking trailer rentals, and ProU Sports has created a way to track your favorite college athletes way past college days. Check it out.
We're Repower, and we're providing equipment rentals on demand. We're bringing true visibility and value to the supply chain's underutilized equipment through B2B truck and trailer rentals. My name's Patrick Vizentainer, and I spent the last 6.5 years in the trucking and logistics industry, and our business initially started out as a breakdown service, but as we researched and learned more about the industry, we saw that there was a bigger need, and that's true optimal asset utilization.
Hey, I'm Spencer Ware. I'm also a co-founder of Repower. My background's in commercial insurance, and I bring that expertise to the table. So what is Repower? It's very simple. Repower is an online marketplace that monetizes the supply chain's underutilized equipment. We're refining the way that transportation companies rent and lease equipment through cloud-based rental solutions.
So the current problems within the industry and opportunities for Repower. If you're not familiar with the transportation industry, you obviously see trucks and trailers all over the roads and interstates. But what you might not realize is that the companies and people who own this equipment, if those wheels aren't turning, they're losing money every single day. Right now, at this very moment, there's over 3.7 million trucks that are just sitting and losing money every single day, and 10 times that amount of trailers. This is equal to over $1 trillion of equipment value that's not being properly utilized and just sitting still within the supply chain network. The current rental and leasing market is very outdated, inefficient for renting, and there's no visibility. And that's where Repower comes into play. We're providing that visibility, the new avenues of revenue that have never existed for trucking companies and leasing companies, increase asset utilization, on-demand rentals, and access to assets at your fingertips. The network effect is kind of what we think as the true final digital piece for Repower. We work with trucking companies of all sizes, owner-operators, leasing companies providing the visibility and automating their process, brokers who have special projects, shippers who can't keep up with the demand, and anybody who has excess equipment. We provide a platform for them to generate revenue on that equipment. Same with if they need it for special projects and things of that nature, because inefficient operations truly creates issues that ripple throughout the supply chain.
So Repower's software platform essentially acts as a funnel, and it funnels rental demand, people needing equipment, to equipment owners nearby through an advanced technology platform. Our automated application process streamlines the approval process and gets these trucking companies the equipment they need fast.
So our underlying magic, we provide short-term rentals instead of the long-term contracts that a lot of these companies have to go under inventory management capabilities, optimal asset utilization, pay-per-use, digital equipment matching technology, and automating and digitizing the entire rental process by the click of a couple buttons.
So our revenue model is simple. We make money by taking a percent fee from every rental transaction, whether it be a daily, weekly, or a monthly rental, and that's recurring revenue. We also have a subscription-based service for closed member programs that we roll out for membership-only purposes. By 2023, Deloitte is predicting that 15% of this $30 billion a year equipment rental market will be shifting towards an asset-sharing approach. We see this to be an optimal opportunity for Repower to hit the market at the right time.
So we look to continue further our growth through existing software integrations, transportation association memberships, social media and special interest groups, and strategic regional growth through shared trailer pools. Our current market segments consist of long-haul transportation and independent gas distribution through closed membership subscription programs. Thank you for your time today to learn more about Repower. Help us to continue to repower the world's supply chain. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Thomas Coiner with ProU Sports, and our vision is to create forever fans. And we're starting with college sports fans. These are some of the happiest people in the world. They experience extreme highs, extreme lows, narrow wins, defeating losses, and they take pride in it. They take pride in their team colors, their sisters and brothers, and the players that play for their teams. The problem is the players turn pro. They get drafted, traded, cut, lost in the shuffle, and college fans just lose that connection to them. That's a massive missed opportunity because pro athletes are some of the most influential people in the world, and college fans are just not connected to them. So what's the solution? It's simple, it's ProU. ProU is a mobile app that I built that is a pro sports platform built for college fans. So if you're a college fan, you can sign up, pick your team of one of 350 in our app, and instantly you have a fully automated experience that helps you keep track of every professional player that once played for your team. I'm talking about full player libraries, a news feed full of video highlights, breaking news, injury reports, trades, everything in just one experience. So what kind of business model are we talking about here? This is a B2B2C company. And what I mean by that is our product is actually the fans themselves, the people on our platforms. Our platforms include the mobile app, the complimentary web app, and the soon-to-be-built social media channels for every single college. When you bring in that entire platform suite together, what do you get? You get 10 million impressions a month. That's our goal that we're trying to achieve on just this simple product suite. When you get those 10 million impressions a month, that's when you generate revenue. And some of revenue streams that you can go after are third-party advertisements, sponsorships, affiliate marketing, and premium user memberships. And we are already having those meetings today to set up our first part of revenue streams. So let's talk about the market that we're working in. This is the sports media market, and it's massive. It's anchored by the likes of ESPNs of the world. $22 billion a year, it grows year over year. And those that want to grow in this market, they need to have heavy emphasis on fan engagement through content. And guess what ProU is doing? That exact thing. So what makes us different than the big boys? It's simple. Players give their life to the game. Fans want to follow them for life. If you look at the current environment of a player's career, it's all chopped up by different platforms. If someone wants to follow a player in high school, it's a different platform than when they're in the pro leagues. ProU changes the game. You can follow a 5-star recruit well into retirement with ProU. We give the players their page. So when they retire, their page will be full of their nonprofits, their car insurance if they're selling that after retirement. We are creating forever fans for these athletes. All right, so let's talk about one more differentiation. We're building a gamification component where we're bringing Saturday's fans to Sunday sports. And what I mean by that is you'll be able to pick college teams against each other just virtually in pro sports. All right, so who's actually building this thing? It's myself, the co-founder. I have a wealth of experience in sports marketing, including national commercials for the USGA, flagship events for the NCAA, out-of-home experiences for Hibbett Sports, and I have a wealth of experience in startup marketing and have worked for high-growth companies. Who's my co-founder? He's the yin to my yang. I'm the visionary. Michael's the executioner. He has a wealth of experience in operations and a true passion for statistics and mathematics. And together, we've created the mobile app all internally. It launched on March 1st. We've only done organic growth, and we're set to launch at the NFL draft late in early May. So already we have hundreds of users that we're turning into revenue. All right, let's talk about our 2021 goals. I want to end the year massive. I'm talking about multiple sports, all team channels fully live, over 25,000 app users, and on a conservative level, $15,000 a month in revenue. So with that, my ask, are you a sports fan? Join our app. Would you like to get in front of sports fans to sell your brand? Contact me. Thank you so much. I'm Thomas Coiner with ProU Sports, and we have one goal in mind, and that's creating forever fans.
Hi, I'm Ivan Holloway, Executive Director of Urban Impact. Urban Impact has partnered with Rev Birmingham and the wonderful team at Innovation Depot to think through a strategy around the development of the area around the depot known as the Switch. Rev Birmingham is guiding that process, but we are glad to be in partnership with them as we think through the entire area. Urban Impact is focused on the Civil Rights District, but as these two districts grow, we want to make sure that there's opportunity to grow together seamlessly with the same goals in mind. And those goals are innovation, job creation, business development, and upward mobility for all. So we see this as a wonderful possibility and a wonderful, wonderful partnership.
So the Innovation Depot is essentially the heart of startup innovation in Birmingham. And they've just helped me by implementing programs like Velocity Accelerator, by being there for me, by connecting the dots, being able to get in front of the right people with my idea.
The Depot's helped us tremendously along our journey. It's just a support system. Drew, Kelly, Britt, everyone involved at the Depot has done a wonderful job giving us the resources and connections we need. Everybody's a phone call or a text away.
The Depot is just essentially my connection to the city.
What stands out to me about the tech ecosystem down here is running a business is hard, and this place is full of entrepreneurs and people who have either exited their companies and they just get right back in to help founders like us. So it's, people just providing their help and knowledge and their experiences.
The thing that stands out about the tech system in Birmingham is that it's grown so much, you're starting to see micro pockets of it all. And what I mean by that is, initially it started so small that there was only a few companies, but now you're seeing different groups, including the sports startup group with fully established sports startups, but also new ones like myself and Sport AI.
Our company, obviously this is our first time founding a company, so just the initial steps from developing pro formas to talking with potential investors, everything that goes into building a culture, a company, what they've been able to provide us in that front has been absolutely huge. Besides just revenue and numbers, there's a lot more that goes into actual day-to-day business.
Velocity's purpose is to accelerate, and they've helped ProU do that by being there for us, by opening doors to specific people, by funding. There's no way ProU would be where we're at today without them.
Next up, we have Field Culture Compost and Tutor. Field Culture Compost, they come and pick up your organic materials that you have left over from all of your meals and turn that into compost. Tutor is a marketplace that connects college students on demand with tutors. Let's check it out.
Hello, my name is Matt Nesbitt, the founder of Field Culture Compost, and I want to talk to you about your waste. You, me, we all create waste. Waste from the food that we eat, from the things that we buy, even the clothes that we wear. Unfortunately, as it stands right now, there's really only one place for that waste to go, and that's the landfill. Now, landfills are a point of contention because of their negative impacts on the social and economic well-being of surrounding communities. But it doesn't have to be that way. I have over 10 years of farming experience in small-scale agriculture, and I saw the high cost of compost, an essential component to organic farms, sometimes getting it shipped from all the way across the country and spending as much for the shipping as for the compost itself. That's a huge financial burden on small-scale agriculture. Now, all that organic material that's being sent to a landfill, it has a better life, and that's where Field Culture Compost comes in. Field Culture Compost is an organics recycling company that removes organic materials from the waste stream and creates a nutrient-rich soil amendment to then be used by home gardeners, landscapers, farmers to increase soil health and grow better food for you and me. Now, how do we do this? Through our residential subscription service and our commercial subscription service, we allow homes and businesses alike to divert their organic materials away from landfills. On the residential side, homes are provided all the educational material they need to tell them what can and can't be composted and why composting is important. They're provided with their own 3.5-gallon composting bin to gather their organic materials, and they get to choose the frequency at which we provide them service. On the commercial side, they're provided those same educational materials, as well as 64-gallon rollaway containers to collect their organic materials, and we provide them weekly service. We have over 200 residential clients as it stands right now, and 11 commercial clients. Now, our customers comes in all shapes and sizes, but we target the 55% of the population that identifies with being a green consumer and are willing to pay premiums for services that align with those values, like Field Culture Compost. On the back end, we target the thousands of landscapers, the thousands of farms, the hundreds of municipalities around that all have soil health, compost, and composting needs. Now, once we gather all this material, we combine it with large-scale companies who have an organic waste stream, or which we have signed letters of intent with, ensuring a consistent flow of organic material and incoming feedstocks, as well as consistent revenue. We acquire all this waste with our recipe, blend with our other feedstocks. We let it cook for about a month, let it stabilize for another 2 months, and then we have a sellable living soil, which is now a $9.2 billion market with buyers including farmers, landscapers, municipalities, as well as home gardeners, you and me. Right now, our team is small. I'm a certified compost operations manager, certified by the United States Composting Council, have over 10 years experience working on organic farms here in the Southeast and abroad, and over 2 years of sales and marketing experience. I know and understand this space. In the future, Field Culture Compost will partner with the World Games being hosted in Birmingham, Alabama in the summer of 2022. With their green initiatives they set, we stand to be the official composter for the Birmingham World Games. We also hope to partner with municipalities, gathering thousands more customers for Field Culture Compost and potential millions in additional revenue, while also providing municipalities with savings on their already existing trash hauling contracts. In this space, there's no other business like Field Culture Compost, but we do see competition from the standard bagged amendments you see in the big box stores, as well as the status quo of how people think about their waste. We combat that by providing an easy and cost-effective alternative to the standard waste removal options. Now, we're asking for a $250,000 investment from you that will help us reach our future goals, as well as provide us income for future equipment. When you're ready to do something different, to be a part of something different that actually makes a change, please contact us. Again, my name is Matt Nesbitt, Field Culture Compost. Thank you.
Could you imagine, as a college student, having instant access to local tutors at any time, 24/7? I mean, what I could have accomplished with that sort of support in college, I wouldn't be up here pitching. I'd be out there investing. Now, unfortunately for me, 15 years ago, and unfortunately for every college student still today, that is the case. Now, I want to show you a typical day of a college student. This is Manan. This is one of my real students. And I'll change his name for privacy. Here's his Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Now, I want you to keep in mind, typical tutoring services are only open between 8 and 5. And for Manan, that's impossible. But you may be saying, what about his Tuesdays and Thursdays? Not Manan and not the typical college student. They're told you must go to labs. They're told to go to classes, attend meetings, join university clubs, get research, get experience in your field, do exercise, eat, rest. And if you need any extra help, you're going to have to squeeze in an hour of tutoring into your already hectic schedule. And that's not right. Students told us that they overwhelmingly complete their homework at nights and on the weekends. All right? They sit down to do their homework and they go, oh my goodness, I need help. That's when we should be helping them, right? Not days later when it's far too late. Now, it's obvious that timing is an issue, but through market research, academic studies, and existing tutoring services, we found that there are some solutions that students are looking for. And here are the 4 primary ones. But I got to tell you, after teaching 2 years at the University of Alabama Spanish, I didn't need to do market research or academic studies. I heard this from my college students all the time. Hello, everyone. My name is Josh Mickler, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tutor. Now, it's true that the timing is an issue, but I wanted to figure out what else, what's obstacles that these students face whenever they're trying to find a tutor. And I began to look at some of the options. And right now, college students can either use university services, online corporations, or local brick and mortars. And of course, there's the almighty YouTube, Google, and Khan Academy, things like that. However, if we dig a bit deeper, we see that timing is not the only issue. If we look for students, we see there are a litany of other issues that the existing services present, right? But even furthermore, there's another value proposition that we may be missing, and that's that of tutors. We heard through our market research, tutors have issues as well. As you can see here, there are many. Now, with this, in steps Tutor, right? We are a digital marketplace where a college student can instantly connect with a local tutor at any time 24/7 through text, video chat, digital whiteboard, or in person. Extremely simple, right? We send a request. That request goes out to all the tutors in our network, and a tutor responds ready to help that student get an A. Now, students have already seen value in this. We launched last November 2020, and since then we've been able to accumulate 600 pre-registered users with a 10% weekly growth rate on our beta, okay? Which is very important, but even more so important is how do we earn money, right? Well, it's simple. Tutor takes a 30% service fee for every completed session. Student sends a request, the tutor returns a price, and we take a 30% service fee. But how does that look in the market? Well, fall 2021, we intend on opening registration to Tuscaloosa and Birmingham with about 90,000 total students. Now, we believe we can get a 10% market share of the students who do seek tutoring, which will leave us at about $810,000 per semester. Now, with that, we plan on using these 4 marketing channels to establish an authentic and genuine connection with our market. Now, we didn't choose these arbitrarily, right? We spent the last year testing 16 marketing channels and have found that these 4 are very crucial for our users. So how does this look moving forward? Well, year 1, we plan on completely saturating the state of Alabama and introducing ourselves focusing on 15 universities and 15 colleges. Now, this will expand into year 2, year 3, all the way to year 5, which I want to be clear, we will be a national company, which that pushes us into the future and what's possible, right? Well, our market size is absolutely huge. Now, we do plan on being global, but even here, even in the United States market, our serviceable obtainable market with only a 10% market share is still 1 million users. 1 million users who are looking for a better way to get tutored in college. So I'll end with this. First, I want to thank you for your time. I understand that is an incredible asset that it should not be wasted, so thank you. Next, I want to tell you that the #1 stressor for college students, it's academic stress. It can cause sleep loss, anxiety, depression, and a litany of other issues. Tutor is here to alleviate that. Tutor can give college students a comfortable, secure, and worry-free college experience knowing that at any time they need it, they can access academic help 24/7. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shegun Otulana and I currently serve as the board chair of the Innovation Depot. I've also been the proud owner of a Depot member company since 2011. I chose to base my business here because Birmingham's tech and entrepreneurial ecosystem offers a unique and powerful sense of community. The depot provides excellent founder-focused support, and the community at large is made up of dozens of mentors and successful entrepreneurs who want to help others succeed. I want to thank all of you who are watching for taking the time to learn about and support the latest Velocity Accelerator graduates. And I'd like to call upon each of you to be an extension of the radical generosity our community is known for. Thank you.
My favorite thing about the ecosystem is the camaraderie amongst entrepreneurs here, getting to know everybody, getting to know that you're not alone in this, and there's certainly a lot of help out there for you.
Yeah, I would say my favorite thing about the ecosystem here is the ability to connect with other entrepreneurs. Even though not every single entrepreneur is going to lead you to a new profit, a new user, a new revenue, whatever, they will get you to think outside the box, right? I've noticed that here, when I'm around other entrepreneurs, my creative abilities, they're expanded. And it's something that I don't think I can get anywhere else unless it's here around other entrepreneurs.
Well, you can certainly tell that the tech ecosystem in Birmingham is growing by leaps and bounds. Being exposed to people in different areas of that, coders, people building apps, people with service businesses. It's certainly exciting to see what's going on and what's the next step's going to be.
The camaraderie, by far, easily. I've, you know, on my tech journey, I was not always in Birmingham. We've used developers and tech people from other places, and they're just waiting for a moment for you to slip up so they can kind of come up and use your idea or use whatever they think is going to benefit them. Here in Birmingham, or here in this ecosystem itself, people are here to help. They're here to further your business, get your business where it should be. And that has been so valuable for us. Velocity has helped our company in a way that was intangible, in a way that I couldn't put into words before this. And that was to take a step back holistically and look at, is this business solving the solution you want it to, right? It may have 80 features that are really great, but if those 80 features aren't leading into that one solution, you're doing nothing. So for us, being able to take a step back, having that comfort level and knowing there's people around us that can give us the right suggestions, advice, etc., that allowed us to really take a holistic approach in solving this problem.
Yeah, Innovation Depot has helped me and Field Culture Compost immensely. Obviously, the $50,000 is good for everybody, but the exposure for Field Culture Compost through Innovation Depot has sort of jump-started our business from a place that we certainly wouldn't have been without the program.
And next we're going to hear from Renobe and Excellent Life. Renobe is a game changer in the construction industry in that they simplify all the data that comes through a construction project and puts it in a blockchain format. Excellent Life is using technology to advance healthcare through prevention. It's a game changer in the healthcare industry, and we're excited about both of these companies. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Camille McKenzie, CEO and co-founder of Renobe, a construction tech startup based in Birmingham. Our team has developed a first-to-market enterprise data platform that helps commercial construction companies use evidence-based decisions to increase revenue by putting data at their fingertips. For years, construction companies have been struggling to make heads or tails of the data they generate. Each project lifecycle creates hundreds of thousands, even hundreds of millions of data points that are not accessible in an easy-to-navigate singular view. As a result, companies are relying on gut-based decisions, which is costing them potentially more than $2 billion per year on average for mid-sized construction firms. Without a unified data environment in place, companies will continue to lose time and money. In a construction firm, there are three key players whose pain points we address. First, the decision makers. They need data in an easy-to-access place to ask questions of. Then the end users. These are people working in estimating, scheduling, engineering, etc. They need complete, accurate data in the software they use daily to do their jobs well. Lastly, the IT group in the middle. Their pain point is the most critical because they're responsible for coming up with a solution to help the others. Let's talk more specifically about why IT groups are struggling to solve this on their own. For one, integrations are hard to build and more often fail. Without successful integrations, data remains in a silo. In addition, there's no tool to filter good data from bad. Companies also lack a digital hub that stores all information in one central place. Plus, their infrastructure lacks an official record for verification. And lastly, of the few business intelligence tools available, these solutions are not construction specific, are costly, or both. All these pain points equal disparate data that cannot be used effectively for business intelligence, which means lost time and cost. So how is Renobe solving this massive problem? Our unified data platform removes data silos so everyone can access clean data in real time. This leads to informed decision-making, which creates millions in revenue. Our software makes this possible by providing more than 100 pre-built construction integrations. It also filters data automatically, ensuring only good data comes through. From there, we funnel the data into our system of record, creating a single source of truth. And lastly, data is compiled into our business intelligence dashboard that users can configure with printable reports to share with team members. A company can accelerate project delivery, verify the accuracy of subcontractor bids, and much more. Using Renobe culminates in saved time and cost, the two most important factors for a construction company. What then is our competitive advantage besides being first to market? Our competitive advantage is our proprietary database engine, which utilizes distributed ledger technology and a construction data model unavailable in other solutions. Our biggest competitor is the status quo, which has been companies doing nothing or not knowing what to do. A couple companies provide analytics tools such as Procore and Microsoft Power BI. Neither is the right solution though, as both have a lot of hidden costs, and Power BI is generic business software, not construction specific. How then does Renobe generate a profit? We have a SaaS recurring revenue with a professional service fee, which we call Discovery. In our market, there are 42,000 commercial construction companies in the United States. We are confident we can capture 3%. In our first year, our goal is to secure $1 million in annual recurring revenue, and by year 3, we will reach an ARR of $6 to $8 million. Our traction is resulting in a 37% reply to connection weekly average on LinkedIn and has led to 5 pilot programs in the works. Our market roadmap starts close to home with our founder market fit in construction and will radiate out to adjacent industries with construction connections, first with energy and then with manufacturing. To achieve success, you need a strong team with complementary skills. My co-founder and CTO, Carson McKenzie, has 12 years technical experience in the startup environment, building integrations and data management on global energy and chemical projects. I founded 2 small businesses, and I have a decade of experience in communication, project management, organization, and design. Tackling the next 18 months will be crucial to our company's momentum. We need a small yet effective team that can help us achieve our first-year goal. To do this, we are asking for $750,000. This will set us up for success and produce a 33% return on investment in the first 12 months and 100% ROI annually in the years to follow. We welcome you to partner with us as we revolutionize an industry ripe for disruption. At Renobe, this is where data thrives.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victor. I'm founder and CEO of Excellent Life, a digital health and wellness company where our mission is to improve the quality of life for all by advancing wellness. We're doing that by providing a solution for real-time human diagnostics, kind of like an OnStar system before the human body. Well, why do we exist? Turns out that I and the people we love, along with everyone out there, are dealing with a problem that affects the lives of people who we love and care about. And that started to resonate with me after I had spent 20 years developing subject matter expertise for complex software applications dedicated to protecting critical infrastructure, some of which are part of our national security. There is nothing more critical than the people we love. Unfortunately, healthcare takes a reactionary approach, and I recognized there was an opportunity to provide a better solution so the people we love are protected in better ways. In this picture, my mom and my dad and my 2 kids. My dad started suffering from type 2 diabetes, and now early stages of hardening of the arteries affects his mind. Over 30 million people die each and every year due to preventable illnesses, and millions more suffer reduced quality of life. That's the category that my dad falls in. That costs our society $1.4 trillion each and every year. I believe, and I suspect you believe, the people we love deserve a better solution. That better solution is Excellent Life. What we do is take a very proactive approach using technology to capture information from wearable devices, other software platforms, user-entered information via our software and our mobile app. Once we capture that information, we analyze it using real-time human diagnostics, our proprietary technique that allows us to make predictive characterizations of what's going on with our health and wellness. As a result of our approach and our technology, we reduce the cost of care, we improve outcomes, we save lives. Now, certainly what we're doing, we want to get it in the hands to as many people as possible. So we're trying to save lives. We believe the best way to do that is work with business stakeholders, where whether you're an employee, employer, a healthcare service provider, or an insurance company, you have a cost associated with providing your stakeholders with healthcare coverage, wellness, or service. We can reduce that cost and ultimately help each individual be healthier and reduce their costs as well. As we go business to business, there are about $2,000 of controllable costs. And we charge $16 per user per month. That's $192. There's a business case for using our solution to erode that $2,000 of cost. Because of our approach, we're operating in a very large market. The market is a $460 billion market. We believe as a first mover for real-time human diagnostics, we can grow to be a billion-dollar company. There are other organizations and companies that are operating in the digital health and wellness space, but we're quite unique. As I mentioned before, real-time human diagnostics is a differentiator. Our ability to predict not just the likelihood of getting a condition, but also the probability of it happening in a certain time frame is unique to Excellent Life. Also, our ability to incentivize healthy behavior by making direct payments to individuals that are in larger sums. Think about it as like a wellness lottery. It's also unique to Excellent Life. As a result of our technology and approach, we started to generate some momentum. Through research and development, very systematic process, we developed the MVP, we've done pilots, and now we're looking to scale as we raise capital. We've already identified opportunities, 3.6 million pipeline opportunity, developing strategic partners and stakeholders to help get our solution to market. The companies that you see here are the logos of these companies represent individuals and organizations that believe in Excellent Life and our capabilities and what we're doing. And they want to be a part of that. They want to be a part of making the world a better place. And as we look to raise $750,000, $750,000 will allow us to do some amazing things. When I say we, I'm talking about a team full of experts. I delivered over 20 different products to global markets as an engineer, product manager, leader of sales and marketing. Sam Berntaski is an expert in machine learning and AI. Dr. Lakeisha Crawford is a board-certified anesthesiologist. We are passionate about making the world a better place. I'd like to thank you for your time. Again, my name is Victor, founder and CEO of Excellent Life.
We were led to become founders nearly 2 years ago when we saw the various problems that were occurring in the commercial construction industry. My co-founder and our CTO has lived this personally for the last 12 years, and it was something that we really wanted to tackle as people who really love to solve problems.
The thing that has led me to becoming a founder is that I believe it's important for everyone to live their purpose. And after spending 20 years in the corporate world, I found that the skills and experiences I developed could be applied to making the world a better place. And I wanted to do that and move in my own direction. And so in chasing purpose, that led me to founding Excellent Life to really empower wellness, especially as my dad started to suffer from type 2 diabetes. So So just that connection to finding purpose is the main thing that has allowed me to move forward in founding Excellent Life.
The Innovation Depot has been fantastic in helping us on our business journey. We started this idea approximately 2 years ago and weren't making as much progress as we'd hoped. But after joining this program, it has propelled us forward in such a fantastic way, and we're really grateful for all the help that they've given us.
Depot has really helped connect me to a community of people who are supportive to entrepreneurs. As a part of my journey, the road can be long, difficult, and very lonely. I found that Innovation Depot has helped connect me to a community in a way that's opened up opportunities.
Our last two companies are Sport AI and Set Me Up. Sport AI is helping fantasy sports fans optimize their lineups, and Set Me Up is helping people find love one in-person date at a time. Check it out.
Hello everyone. I want to ask everyone a quick question before we get started. Have you played fantasy sports before, or do you know someone who's played fantasy sports? Well, the data backs that up. Over 20% of the United States population currently plays fantasy sports. However, the lack of data and the lack of analytics is crippling the industry. That is where Sport AI came in to become the pioneer of the fantasy sports analytics revolution. An average of 28 hours a week are being spent by users on guessing and fantasy sports media. ESPN and IBM Watson tried to answer this problem this past football season with very limited results. What does this lead to financially? $39 billion are being spent in the industry, an average of $668 a user at a 14% loss. Users are losing the fun and the empowerment that they once had. That is where Sport AI, a mobile app that optimizes your fantasy sports lineups and helps anyone understand fantasy sports analytics with the power of integrated artificial intelligence, comes in to democratize the fantasy sports analytics process. With instant optimization, a great win rate this past season, as well as a great gain, users are quickly seeing how fantasy sports can be fun again with the power of Sport AI. A revolutionary UI UX means familiarity, ease, and more importantly, as I mentioned before, the democratization of the fantasy sports analytics process. Our direct competition like Pro Football Focus and IBM Watson simply have outdated manual input analytics technology that Sport AI has left behind a long time ago. With the increase of users on our platform, we're also increasing traffic to these fantasy sports gaming platforms, creating a synonymous relationship and, more importantly, a strong 3 to 5 year exit strategy for Sport AI. Our competitive advantages are clear. A completely in-house tech-first team has created an in-house AI and technology, meaning that our protected backend has already been able to stop any of the competition so far, and will continue to do so on our journey as the pioneer of the fantasy sports analytics revolution. The timing can't be any better as well. With COVID-19 becoming a crisis for sports, more and more people are turning to the digital sports content and media and fantasy sports side of the sports industry. Deloitte put out a 2020 report even stating that there's an increase for real-world fantasy sports and sports data. With 50 minutes being spent by a user a day, there's no surprise, as you can see behind you or next to you, the traction that we've gotten so far. Founded in October 2020, we already have just under 2,000 beta signups and $106,000 in funding. With collaborations with real-world sports tech startups, nationally broadcasted fantasy sports radio shows, and NCAA Division I fan organizations, our presence is here and being known as the pioneer throughout the country. With a $47 billion total annual available market, we are quickly able to eat up this market and space and continue to be the #1 source of fantasy sports real-world analytics data. We are also making sure that our platform is focused to the relevant user, with 18 to 35-year-olds being the #1 group by age that consumes fantasy sports analyst content, also consuming mobile app content. We're aligning our platform with the desires and needs of the users. Our three-pronged revenue approach from a free, premium, and sports media collaboration model allows us to have multiple assets and revenue streams as we continue to grow. With a team made up of Fortune 100 mobile product managers, former NCAA Division I athletes, NBA executives, Fortune 100 Ivy League data scientists, it is clear that there's a reason we are the fantasy sports analytics pioneer. With our quick expansion, as well as launching our MVP and starting our seed round in the second quarter of this year all the way to the end of the year, our plan is simple, effective, and growing. Again, we are Sport.ai. My name is Noah Kim, co-founder and CEO of the startup and the company. I want you to join the fantasy sports analytics revolution. Thank you.
I'm going to say 2 words right now that are going to trigger you. First date. Right now, I can tell through the camera that some of you are wanting to go throw up, run for the hills, or take a shot. First dates don't have to be scary. They can be fun. Meet Harrison and Jessica. These two have been set up on an in-person date. Dating apps right now are awful. The problem with the current dating apps are that dates never actually happen, you get low-quality matches, and they are amplifying hookup culture. And if you don't know what hookup culture is, you hook up with someone, and then you never see them again. And studies have said that this is leading to depression. My solution is Set Me Up. I've got to bet that your mom, aunt, cousin have said to you before, I know the perfect person for you. Let me set you up. Well, I've taken the concept of setting someone up on a date and turned it into an app. My name is Adelaide Maddie, and I am the founder and CEO of Set Me Up. Our solution is to offer a date scheduling app to where you are able to set your availability and let people know when you're ready to go on a date. We also incorporate a personality questionnaire to let people understand more than just your looks, and you can get matched based upon your personality as well. We partner with local businesses to offer safe in-person dating. We have curated 20 local hotspots in Birmingham to allow people to go on dates. Coffee shops, bars, restaurants. Wherever you want to go, we can set you up. Did you know that half of Americans are single? That is a huge chunk of people. The market for dating apps right now is over $3 billion. This is how the pie is spread apart. Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge are at the top of the dating pool right now. We plan on taking out our own piece of this multi-billion-dollar pie. Set Me Up has launched last week in Birmingham, Alabama. We plan on testing this app throughout the summer, as well as opening multiple cities throughout the summer. Just in 1 week, we got over 500 monthly subscribers. Yes, paid subscribers. How the app works is you download the app on the App Store or Google Play. You're able to set up your profile, take our personality questionnaire. Then we set you up and match you with someone. Then you just have to show up and choose the place you want to go to. Very simple. Our goal is to open 10 cities in 6 months. This will net us 50,000 users. At that cost, we plan on going through these Southeast cities to be able to target the Bible Belt as well as many other cities that are interested for setting people up. Our projected subscription revenue is $4.40 per user per month, and if we're able to get 50,000 users over the course of 6 months, we plan on having $2.3 million in annual revenue. The use of our funds, this is what we need from you. We would like to have the follow-on funding from Velocity to be able to accomplish our goals. Our goals are to open a customer service team, a local customer service team in Birmingham, spend it on marketing and branding, as well as purchasing data servers. We are very, very passionate about Birmingham and staying here and headquartering in the Magic City. The interactive events that we will bring to Birmingham will only increase the additional happiness of the Tech Fund. Our leadership is built up of 3 strong women. We are all founders of our own marketing agencies right now, and we have the time and we have the knowledge to make this happen. Thank you for your time. And I think, oh, sorry, I got a date to get to. Bye.
Velocity, as I mentioned before, has been invaluable to us because it's provided us with the resources that we needed in order to grow. You know, Velocity's mission is a year's progress in 3 months, and I really agree with that mission. We've gained traction that even other great startups struggle to get in such a short amount of time that wouldn't have been possible without Velocity.
Velocity, of course, gave me $50,000 to use to grow my company, which I'm super happy and thankful for. And Velocity has also let me blossom and do what I need to do. They have programming for us to be able to go off of, but they also allow us to have time and come and stay at the space for free and be able to explore our ideas and develop our concepts.
The Innovation Depot has helped Sport AI on our journey by providing us mentorship, the resources, and the connections needed to understand the tech space better and help us be very competitive very quickly.
Innovation Depot has helped me along my entrepreneurial journey by offering mentors, investors, and connections to local businesses as well as local entrepreneurs in town.
The favorite thing about the ecosystem is the passion that Birmingham residents and the tech space has here. There's a real chip on everyone's shoulder to make sure that Birmingham is the tech hub for years to come in the Southeast.
My favorite thing about the Innovation Depot ecosystem is that everyone is available to talk and everyone's available to give advice, especially to young entrepreneurs like myself, and it's super helpful to be able to just tell other people in the ecosystem about the idea and hear their feedback. It's very welcoming and open to new entrepreneurs.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to the 2021 Velocity Accelerator Demo Day. My name is Kelly Clark and I currently serve as the Program Director here at Innovation Depot. I wanted to take a quick moment to recognize and thank the people who helped make this year's Velocity Accelerator so successful, and that's our mentors. The Depot could have had the most content-relevant programming ever, but it will fall flat every time without the guidance and experience of enthusiastic mentors who've been there, who've done that, and who want to help others succeed too. This year, more than 50 people raised their hands to serve as mentors for this Velocity cohort. From hours of group mentorship to dozens of warm intros via email to one-on-one meetings here at the Depot, thank you. Thank you for finding space on your calendars and for being radically generous with your time and with your lessons learned. It takes a village to grow a startup, y'all. And on behalf of the Depot team and the Velocity Fund Committee, I want to thank you for being a part of ours. We'll see you next year.
York City.